distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to the second convocation of the Ocean University of Sri Lanka. Ladies and gentlemen, Sri Lanka has a large content of ocean resources, and it is important that Sri Lankan citizens should be empowered with special university education of ocean resources and its management. The Ocean University of Sri Lanka is a pioneer education institute which has come up with this solution, a complete solution to produce graduates with ocean and marine education resources. So once again, we welcome all of you to this second convocation of Ocean University of Sri Lanka.
ගෞරවනීය අමාත්‍යතුමන්ලා දෙපළ උපකුලපතිතුමන් සියලුම විද්‍යාර්ථීන් ගෞරවනීය ආරාධිතයින් ඔබ සියලු දෙනාගෙන්ම අවසරයි. දුපත් රාජ්‍යයකට වටිනාම සම්පත ස්වභාව ධර්මය අපට ලබා දී තිබෙන සමුද්‍රය. මුහුද ඍජුව සහ වක්‍රව ගවේෂණය කරමින් ඒ ඔස්සේ අනාගත සම්පත් නෙලා ගන්නට වර්තමානයේ විද්‍යාර්ථීන් බිහි කරන ශ්‍රී ලංකා සාගර විශ්වවිද්‍යාලය දෙවන වතාවටත් පවත්වන විද්‍යාර්ථීන් සඳහා උපාධි ප්‍රදානෝත්සවය ආරම්භ කරන්නට අපිට අවසරයි. කිලෝමීටර 1750කට වඩා දිව යන මුහුදු තීරයකුත් 50කට වඩා වැඩි ජනතාවක් ඒ ආශ්‍රිතව වෙසෙන රාජ්‍යයක් වශයෙන් උත් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවට සාගරය අනන්ත අප්‍රමාණ ප්‍රතිලාභ ලබා දෙනු ඇති. ඒ ගමනට සූදානම් විද්‍යාර්ථීන් සියලු දෙනාගේම හෙට දවස ආලෝකමත් වේවායි ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරමින් සමාරම්භයට අපිට අවසර දෙන්න.
As usual, in most of the Asian countries, we always start with the traditional oil lamp. Let me now invite the special guest who is here at the stage, the monitoring minister, Honorable P.S.N. Gamge, to come forward to light the traditional oil lamp. Along with him, let me also invite the Deputy Minister, Honorable Karunaratne Parnavithana, the Vice Chancellor of Ocean University of Sri Lanka, Mr. Dilak Dharmaratne, and we have Professor Harendra Joseph Fernando, and the Dean of the University, Dr. M.P. Kumar. And then we have Registrar of the University, Ms. Hemantha Ratnayaka, and then the consultants, Ms. Champa Amarasinghe, and Ms. Nishanti Pereira, the head of the divisions, Ms. Pushpika Paliyaguru, Mr. Nalin Alvis, Mr. Ashik Razul, Dr. H.B. Jayasri, and two participants from the recipients also invited to light the traditional oil lamp. Jai Mangala Gatha will be recited next.
Udi
to commemorate the heroes who have sacrificed their lives in safeguarding our country. So, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for a moment of silence to commemorate the heroes who have sacrificed their lives in safeguarding the country's sovereignty and integrity. So, ladies and gentlemen, now let me invite the Vice Chancellor of Ocean University of Sri Lanka to declare the convocation open.
I declare this convocation open for conferment of degrees.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that on the recommendation of the Academic Council, it has been resolved that the honours degree of Bachelor of Science in Marine Engineering be conferred on those who are presented by the head of the Department of Marine Engineering.
ඕමන්තේ මුදියන්සේලාගේ චානක තරංග තිලකරත්න රන්පටි දේවගේ ලලිත් කුමාර අමරකෝන් මුදියන්සේලාගේ අමිල මදුශංක අමරසිංහ රතුගමගේ නොයේසා නිසානි පොල්වත්තගේ ගයාශාන් තරංගද අල්විස් රමුලාන් මොහමදු නෆීල් වීරසිංහ ආරච්චිගේ රක්කිත ශ්‍රීනාත් වීරසිංහ අබේසිංහ හෙට්ටිගේ සමිත ඉනෝෂ වීරපෝන් පුලහිංගපුර දේවගේ දිමන්ත හර්ෂප්‍රිය යාපා මුදියන්සේලාගේ උදාර ප්‍රියංකර බණ්ඩාර නවරත්න හපුආරච්චිගේ චාමිර චිරාන්ත කරුණාතිලක ताजुल मुनीर ताजुल रहमान වැරණියගොඩ මුදියන්සේලාගේ සජිත් ශ්‍රීමාල් ප්‍රියශාන්ත එදිර්වීර සිංගම් තිවාකරන් රත්නායක මුදියන්සේලාගේ සචිත් මදුසංක බණ්ඩාර මාඩිවිල ගම් ආචාරිගේ ප්‍රදීප දිල්ෂාන් තරණාතලගේ තාරක ප්‍රසාද් සුමනරත්න හෙට්ටි ආරච්චිගේ දොන් නිසඟ නුවන්ත අස්වැද්දුමේ ගෙදර නිසල චාලින්ද රාජකරුණා බද්දිය නවින්තක ජයවර්ධන හේරත් මුදියන්සෙලාගේ චතුරංග හේරත් ජයසුන්දර මුදියන්සේලාගේ ශිරන්ත දිල්හාන් කුලරත්න රත්නායක අධිකාරි තැනැන්නැහැලාගේ අනුරාධ රත්නායක සඳු පාලලාගේ ලක්ෂිත සමීර
Balasuriya. Buddhika Ratna.
Me, as the Vice Chancellor of the Ocean University of Sri Lanka, I confer on those who have been presented to me the degree of Bachelor of Science in Fisheries and Marine Science.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to report that on the recommendation of the Academic Council, it has been resolved that the degree of Bachelor of Science in Fisheries and Marine Sciences
නානායක්කාර පාලතන්තීරගේ බිනෝෂා නානායක්කාර. ඉලංගරත්න ආරච්චිගේ කවිඳු චිරංජීව වීරරත්න.
By authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of the Ocean University of Sri Lanka, I confer on those who have been presented to me the degree of Bachelor of Science in Fisheries and Marine Science in absentia.
The monitoring member of Parliament, Honorable P.S. Nigamage, to come forward to present the next 3 gold medals.
I have the honor to report that on the recommendation of the Academic Council, it has been resolved that the medal for the highest performance in the special degree of Bachelor of Science in Fisheries and Marine Science 2011 will be awarded to Gonan Gamaralage Eranga Madhushani Gunasekara, who had obtained a first-class degree with the highest final grade point average in the final degree examination.
Thank you, Honorable P.S. Nigamage, for presenting these medals. And to present the remaining medals, let me invite the Deputy Minister, Honorable Karunaratna Parnavitana, on stage.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to report that on the recommendation of the Academic Council, it has been resolved that the medal for the highest performance in the honors degree of Bachelor of Science in Marine Engineering 2012 will be awarded to Pulangi Pura Devage Dimanta Haishapriya, who has obtained a first-class degree with the highest final grade
He is currently the Wayne and Diana Murthy Endowed Professor of Engineering and Geosciences at the University of Notre Dame. And he was born in Moratuwa, Sri Lanka in 1955. He received his education at the University of Sri Lanka, BSc in Mechanical Engineering, the Johns Hopkins University, MS and PhD in Geophysical Fluid Dynamics, and was a postdoctoral fellow at California Institute of Technology. He's a fellow of American Society of Mechanical Engineers, American Physical Society, American Meteorological Society, and the American Association for Advancement of Science. He was elected to European Academy in 2009. He received a doctor honoris causa from University of Grenoble, France in 2014, and Doctor of Laws honoris causa from University of Dundee, Scotland in 2016. He's the editor-in-chief of a Journal of Environmental Fluid Dynamics and an editor of journals Theoretical and Computational Fluid Dynamics and Journal of Nonlinear Processes in Geophysics, and an associate editor of the Proceedings of the Royal Society, London. He has published more than 300 papers spanning some 60 international archival journals covering basic fluid dynamics, experimental methods, atmospheric sciences, environmental sciences and engineering, air pollution, alternative energy sources, acoustics, heat transfer and hydraulics and fluid engineering. He was a principal investigator of many international field experiments, including Indian Ocean experiments such as mountain terrain modeling and observations, coupled air-sea interactions and electromagnetic ducting, air-sea interaction in the northern Indian Ocean, air-sea interaction in the northern Indian Ocean, remote sensing of atmospheric waves and instabilities, and monsoon intra-seasonal oscillations in the Bay of Bengal. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Harindra Joseph Fernando to make the convocation address.
Thank you very much. Honorable Ministers and the members of the Parliament, the Vice Chancellor and the faculty and staff of the Ocean University of Sri Lanka, my dear graduates of 2019 class, friends and family of the graduating class. It's a great pleasure and honor for me to be here today to address the 2019 graduating class, which is the second graduating class of the Ocean University of Sri Lanka. And I congratulate you. You have done extremely hard work. You have burned midnight oil. And now it's a time to celebrate. You are crossing one milestone of your life, which is graduating from the Ocean University. I also congratulate the family and friends who basically stood up with you and go through this journey with great expectations from you, and I congratulate the family and friends. Now today you are going to go home with a piece of paper I would call a scroll, and this piece of paper is not an ordinary piece of paper, it's a passport for you. So this passport for you will allow you to walk into some place and ask for a good paying job in oceanography or ocean engineering or marine sciences. And you can ask for graduate school entrance, do master's or PhD degree. Or you can basically post this at your home so that your family, friends, children, grandchildren all can be proud of you and proud of your achievements. However, this piece of paper or the scroll come with great responsibility. That is for the responsibility for people who gave you this education. Remember that you are in Sri Lanka and it's a very fortunate place where you get the free education from your kindergarten to the university. Not many places in the world will give you that opportunity. So people who funded or financed your educations are poor of this country. The middle class, the rich, all got together and financed your education for the betterment of the country and the world. So you owe a great respect. They expect you to be very responsible, respectable, caring, decent people of the community. They also expect you to further your education. They have given you education. They expect you to further this education for the betterment of yourself and the country and the world. they also expect you to put this education into work for the common good of people. Now you have got certain credentials, education, now let's put that into work for the betterment. And finally, they also expect you to do the same thing they did for you. That means to help your future generations to get the education, free education that you got. So it's a tall order for you that a lot of expectations come with you, with your degree. So when you are going up, so that means basically take 4 or 5 people with you up and raise their living standard and help them to get further education, get out of poverty, get out of their class, current class, and get to a new level. So that is a great expectation. But it's not easy to do this all the time. It can't be done in a week or a month or a year. It has to be done over many, many years, and it's a process. As for me, I come from a family from Chilau. It's a fishing family, long time ago. And my father left when he was 17 because he could not afford to feed his family at that time. So he came to Colombo, Kacheri and got a clerk's job. And he got married in Moratuwa, settled down. I was born there. So I went to St. Sebastian's College. And from there, I went to the university. And I was finishing up my degree in mechanical engineering at that time. I felt that I have a DNA still with me that has ocean salt. So I decided that I am going to do a PhD which uses my education in mechanical engineering and my passion in oceanography. So I decided to do a degree in ocean waves. So at that time I went to America and got a PhD in ocean waves. And I was fortunate enough to land a job as an assistant professor in a decent university at that time. And I have to say that my first job was to have 3 Sri Lankans as my 3 first PhD students with scholarships. Then I started working with people in University of Sri Lanka, Kadubada campus, University of Peradeniya, and also with NARA. And we had, for the past 8 years, we had a long-standing collaboration with NARA. We had already 5 cruises out of Colombo. We have a 6th one coming up in May. So there's a good story here. It's a good story, but not a great story. But great stories have to come from you. So we expect, given your background now, your exposure to world, exposure to technology, you will do much better than we did. That means to go out and make a difference. Now, as you know, the ocean is all around you here. And it's not a normal ocean. It is a very resourceful ocean, the Indian Ocean, especially around Sri Lanka. You have a beautiful coastline. Of course, we have desecrated it because of bad planning and management, part of it. But still, the nature has endowed us with a beautiful coastline. It has nice sand dunes. It has coral reefs. It has beautiful mangroves and biodiversity. It's a lot of endowments we have been given by the nature. Thousands of people come to enjoy this. So it is up to us to make sure that these kind of elements around our coastline are protected, because they also protect us from things like storm surges and tsunamis. And then if you go to southern part of Sri Lanka, as you know, there's a very special phenomena is happening. That means in the summer, our coastal region, our atmosphere, our ocean currents, they get together and pump cold water from bottom to the surface. They call the coastal upwelling, I'm sure you know. So that carries a lot of nutrients onto the surface. Fish come to forage there. So it's a very healthy fisheries ground. And to the east of Sri Lanka, as you know, there is another phenomena. It's called the Sri Lankan Dome. Sri Lankan Dome is also a collusion of atmosphere, ocean to pump cold water nutrition to up, forming another fisheries grounds. So in between these 2 fisheries grounds, we have also a passage. That passage is basically used by marine mammals, beautiful marine mammals. Those are blue whales, sperm whales, and so on, dolphins. They are basically form a pathway from one to another, going back and forth. And then 20 kilometers south of us, another shipping lane we have, another superhighway. And that basically shipping lane that gives us 2/3 of the oil to Japan, China, and India. So you can see how much oil is passing by just 20 kilometers south of us. And also 50% of the world container shipping going through the Indian Ocean. So you can see the opportunities it opens up for Sri Lanka to have a very fruitful marine engineering enterprise. And not only for the ships, not only servicing, not only shipments, but also getting into a large economy. And you are the people now who has knowledge, who can really calculate how should we have these shipping lanes? How should we move these shipping lanes so that the shipping lanes create our economy as well as our environment is being protected so that our marine mammals also can go back and forth. And your education can do it. And that's the reason you are getting this educated. You can calculate things. You can be visionary on these things. And in addition, you know, around Sri Lanka, we have 3 deep canyons. One is in Trincomalee, the deepest. The temperature between the surface and the bottom of the ocean is so large that there are prospects of ocean thermal energy conversion. They call OTEC. When Sir Arthur C. Clarke was arrived during my university days, he was talking about this. He made some initial calculations and initial discussion, but it died with him, and nothing happened ever since. So you are the people who can restart this conversation and have a look at whether we can do this. Is it economical for Sri Lanka to do this and have ocean thermal energy conversion plants? So a lot of opportunities are coming in your way. And in addition, you know that we are developing port cities. So it's up to you to make sure that the port cities can be developed so our economy can be developed while maintaining our environmental aspects, such as ocean circulation is intact. So it is up to you to decide and to make educated calculations and inform our governments that what can be done, what should be done, and what shouldn't be done. Of course, this has to come from your education, and we expect you to do that. And not only that, you have to communicate this carefully. Of course, science is not the only thing you have, because we always like to do science calculations, okay, science says this. But when it comes to our policymakers, they just cannot rely on science only. They have to balance between economy, social benefit, as well as science. So you have to enunciate, or you have to express these things very clearly, and with clarity, you can persuade the government officials that this is the best course to take, so that you will have the economy, you will have the environment all protected. So this is called the sustainable development. And I hope that you will do this very carefully in the future, that you have the education to do so. You have to now develop your communication skills so that you can say things with clear expression. Always clarity, the uncertainty is not good, because uncertainty leads to confusion, but with your education and your science, you can basically reduce the uncertainty, and with certainty always give you clarity and harmony. So think about not only your science enterprise, but also your communication skills, so that you can express these things very carefully for the benefit of Sri Lanka as well as everybody else. There are a few other things you have to think about. That means your generation now facing one of the very, very critical specter, we call, of climate change. Whether is it human-induced climate change or whether is it induced by nature, it doesn't matter. Things are happening currently. So we basically have to face the climate change with an open mind and also adapt ourselves to the change of climate. So how can we adapt? What are the problems we have? The problems we have are we have ocean acidification and the capacity of ocean to hold carbon dioxide decreasing. About 66% of the carbon dioxide coming from the humans get absorbed into the ocean. But now, with the ocean warming, that capacity is reducing. 50% of the oxygen coming from the ocean to the atmosphere, and that capacity is reducing. And the oceans actually are warming because it's a huge reservoir of heat. So oceans are warming, then what will happen? The ocean-atmosphere interaction will become very different. Your monsoon patterns will start changing. And then your rainfall patterns are changing. Your water resources start changing, so your agriculture is changing. And also the floods, they call extreme events. The floods, the landslides, all the propensity for these things are increasing. So it's up to you to understand or work on these issues and carefully delineate what we should be doing, what are the course of action we should be doing, and those are the things we expect from you to work on in the future and help our communities and protect our communities from future disasters of climate change. In addition to climate change, we also have problems with human-induced disasters. As you know, the ocean is used as a platform for bad things, not only good things. People use ocean for dumping, blast fishing, sand blasting. All of these are happening. And people use ocean for human trafficking, drug trafficking, terrorism. All these things people use ocean for. So it's up to you to make sure that you help our authorities to help and curtail these type of activities from the ocean. Finally, I just want to let you know that I have been talking about your career, what you should be doing scientifically, but science is not the only thing you have. When you go up the career ladder, sometimes you tend to forget your personal life. Because personal life is as important as your professional life, because that makes you a full person. So that means you have to take care of your health. You have to take care of your physical and mental health. You have to take care of your spiritual leanings or spiritual health. All of these get together and form a whole person, and the whole people are the ones which contribute to a healthy society. So my wish is that when you go out from here, you will have a different perspective or try to develop a different perspective. And I hope your dreams will come true as time goes on, and also you develop into a full-blown person, and you guys will contribute to Sri Lanka as well as to the world, oceans as well as communities as whole, and that's my wish for you. Thank you very much, and Ayubowan and Vanakkam.
මහාචාර්ය හරේන්ද්‍ර ජෝසප් ප්‍රනාන්දු මැතිතුමනි, ඇමරිකා එක්සත් ජනපදයේ විශිෂ්ටතම විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයක ඉංජිනේරු විද්‍යාව, බහු විද්‍යාව පිළිබඳව ජ්‍යෙෂ්ඨ මහාචාර්යවරයා වශයෙන් කටයුතු කළාට තවමත් ඔබතුමා ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ මුල් ඇද සිටින ශ්‍රී ලාංකිකයෙකු බව අපිට පැහැදිලි වුණා. කීර්තිමත් විශිෂ්ට විද්‍යාර්ථීන් පිරිසක් ශ්‍රී ලංකා සාගර විශ්වවිද්‍යාලය තුලින් බිහි කිරීමේ ප්‍රයත්නයට, උත්සාහයට ඔබතුමාගේ දායකත්වය අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම හිමි වෙයි කියලා. ඒ බලාපොරොත්තුව නිසාම නැවත වතාවක් ඔබ අපට ගෞරවයක් යයි මතක් කරන්නට අවසර දෙන්න.
So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we thank Professor Harendra Joseph Fernando. You just mentioned about the physical and mental health. I think if you want to serve the country, or maybe to fulfill your objectives, you need to be strong physically and mentally. So that's a good advice to the new graduates. And he has enlightened the new graduates on marine education, the importance of marine education, ocean resources, and aquaculture sectors as well. Right. Let me now invite the Vice Chancellor of the Ocean University of Sri Lanka, Mr. Tilak Dharmaratne, to come forward to present a token of appreciation to Professor Harendra Joseph Fernando for his presence today. Once again, we thank you for your presence, sir, Professor Harendra Joseph Fernando.
Chancellor. I have the honor to report that the conferment of degrees have been completed in academic years 2009-2010, 2010-2011, 2011-2012, 2012-2013, 2013-2014, and 2014-2015. Request to sign the Register of Graduates on 12th March 2019.
Announce the closure of the convocation.
I declare the convocation closed.
To wind up the session, let's all rise for the national anthem.
Sundara